that's great music. I can get into that. Hey, you know, this is the first time I've ever come to, you know, a comedy event where most of the people didn't come on stage with a baseball cap on backward. Have you noticed that? That's pretty common. This is the first time I've ever seen that, actually. Anyway, I survived I survived my colonoscopy last weekend. Had it on tax day, April 15th. You know, kind of felt I got two of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to tell you which one is the more painful. You know, I will say this: the IRS gives no anesthesia. Okay, let's put it like that. What really bothers me about that, though, really, is, you know, when you go for a procedure, they put this thing on your wrist, this wristband, you know, and you can't rip it off. You know, you can cut it off if you go home, by the way. But if you have any kind of procedure, you know, you're kind of hungry, you've been fasting, so you want to go to a restaurant, you know, and tank up, right? But the problem is, you go to a restaurant, you still got this stupid thing on, and, you know, I'm getting these looks, you know, like I escaped from the home. You know what I mean? Did you ever get those looks like that? Anyway, say, have you seen this commercial? The pharmacies have been putting this out, and it's a vaccine that stops pneumococcal pneumonia. Have you seen this? Yeah, you've all seen that? Yeah, I think several pharmacies put this out. It's on all the channels. It stops pneumococcal pneumonia, and what I want to know is, what the hell is a pneumococcal? Doesn't that sound like some kind of a sexually transmitted disease or something like that? Really, doesn't it? You know, it's like, you know, hey doc, how you doing? Hey, listen, I'm doing pretty good, but you know, I got a rash on my pneumococcal. Can you, you know, give me something for that, huh? And believe me, there's nothing worse than having a bad pneumococcal, you know? Anyway, so, yeah, the pharmacies are putting this out. Speaking of pharmacies, have you been to a pharmacy lately? See, it used to be where you go there, you get your prescription, you give the guy cash, and you leave, right? No more. Now they have something called, you know, it's called pharmacist consultation. Have you seen this? So you have to go, and they even have a booth for this, you know, at the end of the counter. And this, I don't know why they do this, but you know, the pharmacist will come up and they'll ask you, do you know how to take this medication? You know, which is kind of stupid because, you know, I'm thinking, yeah, it's a pill with water. Are we done consulting now? You know what I mean? I don't know who came up with that bullshit. But they always ask you, do you have any questions about this medication? And so I told him, yeah, I got a question about this. What size wrench do I use to get the child-proof cap off of the thing, huh? Really? Oh, wait, never mind. I just remembered. I got a hacksaw in the garage. You know what I mean? Yeah. Really, try and get one of those suckers off. You know? Anyway, not long ago, I was, for a while, I was a greeter at Walmart. And, oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. And I was thinking, you know, what would happen if I had to actually tell the people coming into the store what I was thinking, you know? Like, for example, you know, they would come in and say, oh, hey, nice pajamas you wearing into the store. Yeah. Go home, you know? Or, hey, nice tooth you have there. Yeah. The applesauce is in aisle 3. Yeah. There was a guy that came in pretty often. He's one of these really pseudo-tough guys, you know, like no sleeves, bandana, tattoos, muscle-bound, and you know, all these kind of like tough guys. Have you noticed? They all kind of walk funny, you know. They do not walk normal. They all walk like they had a vasectomy last night. Have you seen these guys? Yeah. And this one guy, Bruno, came in, you know, with his girlfriend and his brand new baby. They had a baby, and he's got a tattoo on his chest. You know, he wanted to, you know, with his girlfriend's name, and he wanted to show his girlfriend that, you know, he really felt for her, and that he put up with the needles for her, and so on and so forth. However, it didn't really impress her too much, because you know, she just went through childbirth, you know. And you know, sometimes some of these guys really should not breed. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll tell you, when the kid was, the kid was born. When the kid was born, he came out with wearing a bandana and 2 tattoos. You know, evidently Bruno's sperm was pretty active in there. You know what I mean? And you know, when the doctor tried to slap him, you know, to get him to breathe, you know, the infant's looking at him and says, "What, are you going to start something? What are you going to start? I'll kick your ass. Come on, show me what you got, sucker," you know? And the doctor's fading away. He says, "Hey, you know, hold on. And it was the first time in history that the hospital, that the doctor ever called hospital security on an infant, you know? And I got to tell you, you know, I hate to be the doctor that's going to do the circumcision on this kid, you know? I'm not sure who's going to get the worst of it, you know? Kind of gives new meaning to the term, "Hey, you want a piece of me?" You know? Anyway, enough of that. About 2 months ago, got a dog, and the dog's come along fine. Bought the dog a nice little bed, cost me about $60 for this little stupid thing like this, which is essentially a hollowed out pillow. Okay? You have any dog lovers around here? Yeah, you got a couple. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why the dog will not sleep in the bed. The dog insists on sleeping between us. I don't get that. You know, I keep putting her back into the bed. You know, I get in bed, then she jumps in. I put her back into the bed. I can't get, you know, I don't know what she's thinking. I mean, what is she thinking, that she's going to get extra dog biscuits for sleeping with the boss? You know, I don't get that. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to reason with this animal and say, "Listen, Riley, sharing a bed with me is highly overrated. If you don't believe me, ask my wife." Anyway, thanks a lot, everyone.